Hey, Yuri. Uh, ah, I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, no. I was just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have one request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this at the teacher's desk, and then we'll get some water. As she walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk, I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts to her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, maybe the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just, Yuri's gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to me explaining to Monica. We're filling a water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of one-person job, isn't it? Yes. Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve... with... That doesn't make any sense. With helping involve pediodista in class... I'll just reread it. Or do you want to tell me that there's something wrong with me helping pediodista get involved in club activities? Exclamation point. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, pediodista. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so... irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting that, but... it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Pediodista. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Pediodista. Pediodista. I really like... being friends with you. Oh, gross. Oh, pediodista, you jerk. Thanks, Yuri. I like being... friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Pediodista, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Celsius or Fahrenheit? I don't really know. Probably Fahrenheit. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. Ah! That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, pediodista. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Pediodista, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Yeah, what's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I wonder why her back is so hurt. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. Ah, no worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why... Pediodista, you're in the same mindset as me! It's most likely because of my... Your posture, right? Always hunch over like that, reading a book. Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved a book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our side. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Oh, dang, this is getting heated. I can't see too well. Exclamation point. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders start touching. Ah, touching shoulders. Home run. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me a dry teacup. Holding it with my hands, it's not holding the book. I end up in a posture that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't actually touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. Or has she? Oh, dun dun dun. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the world around her is faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. Ellipsis. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Eh, are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it aside, don't have any harder of a time reading it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on the book again. I take a chocolate candy, pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That was a weird whistle right there. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. What the heck? Let me guess, she didn't notice? Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me as she needs to confirm what just happened. Pediodista? She's sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well... You were just helping. I don't know why, but I just remember seeing this flippin' part of the, of Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on where I've seen it. I want to say a video, but I don't think so. That's something that...
Friends.
Do. Right? I mean... Not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah? That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. Ellipsis. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice my chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Whoa! That was some... Was that supposed to happen? I kind of like that. Okay, everyone. Ugh! Ugh! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Pediodista, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I share my poem to first? Obviously, the girl who I just had a really weird, event with. Let's see what you've written for today. Ellipsis. Ellipsis. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Pediodista. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving me more energy. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Ellipsis. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah. I do. Yeah, if it's with you. Oh, this is long! What the heck? Okay, let's start. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry, and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic, Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. Is it supposed to be like... Never mind. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express myself that feels for me to indulge more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, pediodista? Well...
Yo, my friends! It is me! That's not your name, stupid! Oh, I hear it. It's the legendary gorilla monster! Oh my god! Don't do that to me, jerk face! Okay, so today, we're hunting the super secret, ultra rare, slendy tubby gorilla Godzilla. And now the secret to this